Hello dear students, how are you all? Welcome back. As you all know that we are doing chapter number 2 of class 11th chemistry subject, that is structure of atom, and in continuity of this chapter today we are going to discuss about our next topic, that is quantum mechanical model of an atom. And this model is based on the wave mechanics, and in order to understand this, first of all we will learn about the Schrodinger's wave equation. And in our previous video, we have learned about the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. What was that? It is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum of a microscopic particle such as electron, and electron is in atom, simultaneously with absolute accuracy. Okay, so what we can do, we can predict the probability of finding the electron in a space around the nucleus. And to determine the probability of finding an electron, Schrödinger in 1926 proposed a wave mechanical model for the motion of an electron, and he considered electron as three-dimensional wave moving in electric field positively charged of a positively charged nucleus, and then he derived the equation which describe the motion of electron wave along the axis, that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and this equation is known as Schrödinger wave equation. So first of all we will derive this equation. For that we will consider a wave traveling in positively x direction, like this, positively x direction. Okay, and this wave equation of this stationary wave can be represented as or given as psi is equal to, remember this is known as psi, and psi is written as psi, where p is silent, and this wave equation is given by the equation, this equation is psi is equal to a into sine 2 pi x by lambda, 2 pi x by lambda. Take this equation as 1. Okay, where x is, what is x here? X is the displacement of the wave along x-axis, and what is a here? A is the amplitude of wave, What is amplitude? The highest height of the wave, like this. Okay, this is known as amplitude. Okay, and what is lambda here? Lambda is the wavelength, of this wave in the x direction. Okay, and psi is what is psi here? Psi is the wave function. Psi को क्या बोलेंगे हम? Wave function. This is known as wave function. So this is all the terms used in this equation. Now what we will do, write this equation again. The equation was psi is equal to a into sine 2 pi x by lambda. Okay, and take this equation as 1. Now differentiate this equation. On differentiating, when we differentiate, the differentiation will be d phi by dx, that will be equal to a into, now the differentiation of sine theta is cos theta, so we will write here cos 2 pi x by lambda, and along with this we will do the differentiation of 2 pi x by lambda, and what it will be? It will be equal to 2 pi, here 2 pi is constant, the differentiation of x will be 1, and here we will write lambda. So differentiation of this factor will be 2 pi lambda, 2 pi by lambda. Okay. Again differentiate this equation, means we will take the second differential. So second differential will be equal to psi d square psi upon dx square will be equal to a into, write this constant here, 2 pi by lambda. Now the differentiation of cos is minus sine, minus we will write here minus sine 2 pi x by lambda. Again the differentiation of this factor will be equal to 2 pi by lambda. Okay, now combining all these we get 2 into 2 4 pi square lambda square. Okay, and take this a here, sine 2 pi x by lambda. Okay, now this factor is equal to psi, this factor is equal to psi, so we can write, what we can write, the second differential d square d square phi upon dx square equal to minus 4 pi square by lambda square psi. Okay, and from here on rearranging these values we get 1 by lambda square, that will be equal to minus d square phi by dx square dot 1 by 4 pi square phi. Okay, take this equation as number 2. Now we know that according to de Broglie's wave equation, what is that? De Broglie's wave equation. De Broglie's wave equation is equal to lambda is equal to h upon mv. We all know that, and from here we get 1 by lambda is equal to mv upon h, and also on squaring on both sides we will get 1 by lambda is equal to mv upon h the whole square. From here we get 1 by lambda square is equal to m square v square upon h square. Okay, now take this equation as 3, and on combining both these equation number 2 and 3 we will get m square v square equal to minus h square upon 4 pi square phi dot double differential of phi, means d square phi by dx square. Here we rewrite this equation as we will multiply on numerator side and denominator side by m. Okay, and from here we get 1 by 2 m square v square by m. We get m square v square is equal to 2m k e. Okay, now here in equation number 4 there is a m square v square, and we can eliminate this. How? Let us write this. Means we will put the value of m square v square in the equation number 4. Okay, and what is equation number 4? Equation number 4 is m square v square equal to minus h square upon 4 pi square psi square dot double differential of this phi. Okay, equating both these equation we will get 2m ke. Here ke is kinetic energy of an electron. Okay, and it is equal to minus h square upon 4 pi square psi square into double differential of psi square. Okay, with respect to x. Now what we will do, from here we will get the value of kinetic energy, means on rearranging this equation we will take this 2m on the right side. Okay, so kinetic energy will be equal to, here kinetic energy will be equal to minus h square upon 8 pi square psi into m dot d square phi upon dx square. Now we know that the total energy is always the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So here we will put the value, the total energy of an electron, that is equal to E, and here we are going to put the value of kinetic energy, that is minus h square upon 8 pi square psi into m dot double differential of this equation, this psi function with respect to x, plus kinetic energy. We will write the kinetic energy with the V symbol. Now on rearranging this whole equation, we will get what we will get right here. We will get d square phi upon dx square plus 8 phi square m upon h square bracket E minus V phi equal to 0. So this is the Schrodinger wave equation. This equation will become d square phi upon dx square plus d square phi by dy square, similarly plus d square phi by dz square plus 8 pi square m divided by h square E minus V into phi equal to 0. And here these first three terms on the left hand side, these are represented by Laplacian function, Laplacian operator, that is known as del square, and this del square is known as Laplacian operator, and this equation will become del square phi plus 8 pi square m upon h square E minus V phi equal to 0. So this is the Schrodinger wave equation for the motion of an electron in three coordinate, that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, so this is all about Schrodinger wave equation. And remember one thing, this Schrodinger wave equation is a differential equation of second order. And dear students, when this Schrodinger wave equation is solved, it has number of solutions for the value of phi, but many of these are imaginary, means these are not valid. Okay, and only those values will be accepted which satisfy these boundary equations. Those values are accepted which satisfy these boundary conditions. Okay, the solutions which are accepted to the wave function, these are known as eigenwave functions, and these are obtained by applying the following boundary conditions. And what are these boundary conditions? Let us discuss about it also. The wave function must be continuous, the wave function must be finite, and the solution must be single valued. At any point, and the probability of finding the electron over the space from the plus infinity to minus infinity must be equal to 1, means the solution must be normalized and it should satisfy this condition. The integral of phi square dr, it should be equal to 1, where dr is the small volume element. Okay, and next the values of psi which are in accordance with the above conditions are taken as valid, and these are known as eigen functions. उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम? Eigen functions, and the value of E corresponding to valid values of psi are called as eigen values, and the eigen functions for an element is known as atomic orbital. Now let us discuss about the significance and meaning of psi and psi square. What is psi here? Psi is wave function. Psi को क्या बोलते हैं? Wave function, and it denotes the amplitude or intensity of electron wave. Okay, means suppose this is a wave and this is its amplitude. Okay, and what is psi square here? Psi square is a probability function, means it denotes the probability of finding the electron in a space at a given point. Here psi represent the amplitude of wave. Okay, and what is psi square? Psi square represent the probability of finding the electron. Come to the important features of quantum mechanical model of an atom. Quantum mechanical model के क्या क्या features हैं? First feature is energy of an electron in an atom is quantized. Energy क्या होती है? Quantized means they can have only specific values. As you all know that the formula of energy according to Bohr's theory it was 2k square pi square m e raised to power 4 z square upon n square into h square. Here n represent the integer to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. All information about electron in an atom is contained in its orbital wave function, that is psi. And dear students, the path of an electron can never be determined accurately. Therefore, we can only find the probability of electron at different points in the space around an atom. And न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड जो यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन मिलने की संभावना सबसे ज्यादा है और इस रीजन को हम क्या बोलते हैं? एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल. दिस रीजन इज नोन एज एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल एंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन एट द point within the atom is proportional to the square of the wave function, and wave function is psi. So probability we can write as psi square. Okay, why we take the psi square? Because psi can have the values in the positive direction as well as in the negative direction. ठीक है, on the axis it can have the value around the x-axis and x dash axis also, but we know that probability is always positive, so we take the square of this wave function to determine the probability of finding the electron around the nucleus. Okay, now the wave mechanical model provides the three constants, that n, l and m, which are known as quantum numbers. उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम? Quantum numbers. And these specify the position, energy and orientation of the electron in an atom. The information about the exact shape of various atomic orbitals has been provided by this model. So this is all about the wave mechanical model of an atom or quantum mechanical model of an atom. In next video we will do the quantum numbers. Thank you so much.